Good morning. We're here to cover FNSR on Real May's request. Let's start by reading the profile. The company is a provider of optical subsystems and components and network performance test and monitoring systems. The current market cap is 994 million. Let's make some fundamental analysis now. Here's the all history chart. We can see the stock is down, I don't know, about 90% from its IPO price. Let's see. On the medium term chart, a lot of big swings here. Nice for swing traders, which I'm not. Great rally here, but now the trend is bearish because the 50-day simple moving average is below the 200-day simple moving average. There was a big gap up here. I think it was on the Q1 earnings release 2006. See the short term. Okay, on the short term we have important resistance here at 4.2 when it closed this gap, and support I see only at 2.47, so big risk here. Technical overview. Trends are bearish on all time frames. Short-term resistance at 420, short-term support at 2.47. Let's make fundamental analysis now. Okay. Here we have the historical number of shares outstanding plus the market cap. I can see there was a lot of dilution, especially in 2006, which is bad. The market cap has gone down from 2000 to 2002, as we would expect of the collapse of the speculative bubble, technology speculative bubble. Now it is coming back a bit. Average annual share count increase 9%. Average annual market cap increase, it's been down 17% on average since its IPO. Here we have the same information, but on a quarterly basis. We can see there was a very heavy dilution in 2005, but not so much in 2006. It has been the share count has been stable lately. Okay. Now we have here the long-term debt plus the current ratio. The current ratio is the ratio between total current assets and total current liabilities. You can see the long-term debt jumped a lot in 2004 to 200 million plus. It has been more or less stable since then. The current ratio we have it here at 3.5 now. That's a healthy number for short-term liquidity. This is the same information on a quarterly basis. Again, not much change on the long-term debt. The current ratio has been improving, so short-term liquidity is plenty. What about revenues? Here we have the historical revenue graph. There's no stable growth, but growth. Average annual revenue growth was 24% for FNSR, but the industry average was a bit higher, 25.6%. This represents the gross profit margin, gross operating margin. It hasn't been stable. I don't like that. It went down in 2000, 2001, 2002, now coming back. Currently at 42%. The industry average is higher, again 49%. The price to sales ratio of FNSR is 2.56 and the industry average is 2.39. So just looking at this data, we can see FNSR looks a bit overvalued. same information, but quarterly. There has been good revenue growth lately. Not much to see here. Okay. Here's the earnings per share historical chart. Big losses here in 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now analysts estimate positive EPS numbers for 2007, 2008. But I don't know if we can expect that. Perhaps that's a bit optimistic. Let's see on a quarterly basis. Again, those big losses. We have here, I have it as second quarter 2006, but it was the first quarter in January. No. The first quarter in January had this big net profit margin of 8.5%, 8.6%, and I believe that was what caused the big rally we had on the stock. But now net profit margin is coming down to 0. That's not good. It needs to rise back again to have to around 10, so the stock can rally again. But the fundamentals have deteriorated over the last 2 quarters. Long-term estimates. I usually do this, but I can't do it for FNSR because there's no earnings visibility, because net profit margin is 0, and instability on revenues and margins makes it impossible or too risky to make long-term estimates for FNSR. The fundamental overview, let's see. There was strong dilution over the years, not so much over the latest 3 quarters. Long-term debt of 239 million, no short-term liquidity problems. That explains why there's not so much dilution recently. Strong revenue growth over the last 4 years, still slightly below the industry average. The quarter ended in January 06 caused the stock to rally a lot, but since then quarterly results have been poor on earnings per share terms. General overview for FNSR. Let me see, we're already 8 minutes of this video. Technical analysis bearish. Fundamental analysis shows a fairly valued, if not overvalued company. There's no future earnings visibility, and risk seems too high relative to potential rewards. So my outlook is unfortunately negative. Bye.